Most people, despite having everything in life, still struggle to find happiness. They believe that true happiness lies in owning a big house, having great wealth, or finding the perfect life partner. But is that really the case? And even if all our wishes come true, why do we sometimes still feel empty? Once upon a time, in a small village near a dense forest, 3 brothers lived: Roshan, Sami, and Dami. They lived in a simple cottage left behind by their late parents, leading a modest life. The villagers knew them for their honesty, hard work, and kindness. Every day, they would go into the forest, cut wood, and sell the logs in the market. However, despite their hard work, they always felt as if something was missing in their lives. There was an emptiness in their hearts. One night, as they sat by the fire, Roshan, looking pensive, asked, "What is the true purpose of life?" After a brief silence, he said, "I think I will be happy if I have a big and beautiful house." Sami slowly nodded. "I want a huge farm with endless crops. That way we won't have to work so hard anymore." The youngest, Dami, smiled and said, "I just want a beautiful wife who will love me and eagerly wait for me to return home every day." Though their wishes were different, the feeling of emptiness was the same. Despite having all the essentials in life, they were not truly happy. One evening, while returning from the forest with their wood, they saw an old man sitting by the roadside. He looked exhausted, and beside him was a heavy basket. The 3 brothers immediately felt compassion for him. Without hesitation, they put down their load and rushed to help. "Grandfather, can we carry this basket for you?" they asked. The old man weakly nodded and smiled. "Thank you, sons. This basket is full of apples I collected from the forest. My home is not far from here." Roshan, Sami, and Dami took turns carrying the basket. It was much heavier than they had expected. The road was long and tiring, yet they didn't complain. When they finally reached the old man's house, they felt a strange sense of peace in their hearts. The elderly man smiled warmly. "I will never forget your kindness. You 3 are hard-working and sincere, and such qualities always bring new opportunities. Tell me, what is your biggest wish in life?" The brothers hesitated for a moment, but then honestly shared their dreams. Roshan wanted a big house, Sami wanted a vast farm, and Dami wanted a loving and beautiful wife. The old man listened carefully, then, after thinking for a moment, said, "Your dreams are not impossible. In fact, I know someone who can help you. A wealthy businessman in the neighboring town is looking for honest and hard-working men to assist him. If you work hard, he will reward you well and create opportunities that will help you fulfill your dreams." Hearing this, the brothers decided to seize the opportunity. They traveled to the town and started working under the businessman. Roshan, with his keen observation skills, managed the business well and soon saved enough money to build his dream house. Sami, with his knowledge of land and wood, impressed a local landlord who gave him fertile land for farming, and Dami, with his kindness and sincerity, won the heart of the businessman's daughter, and they later got married. At first, everything felt like a dream. Their lives were filled with excitement and joy. They had no complaints or struggles. Time passed. A year later, Roshan began to feel lonely in his grand house. He told his servants to handle everything and slowly distanced himself from them. What was once a lively mansion started to feel empty and lifeless. Sami, overwhelmed by the responsibilities of managing a vast farm, started feeling anxious. The dream he once cherished now became a burden. Every day he worried about pests, storms, or any disaster that could destroy his crops. He spent sleepless nights filled with stress. Meanwhile, Dami no longer found his wife's beauty as special as before. Her complaints started to irritate him. The warmth in their relationship began to fade. Once again, the three brothers felt the same emptiness they had before. They had achieved everything they wished for, yet true happiness still eluded them. Wealth, land, and love all brought temporary joy, but not lasting happiness. On a cold winter day, they set out to find the old man. After searching for a long time, they finally found his house. He was sitting by the fire, warming himself. The warmth of the flames brought a moment of peace in their hearts despite their disappointment and despair. "Grandfather, we need your help again," Roshan said. "Our wishes have come true, but we are still not happy." The old man smiled gently. "Sons, true happiness does not come from what you have. It comes from being grateful for what you already have. You have everything, yet you lack gratitude. Without gratitude, happiness will always fade away." The brothers fell silent, realizing their mistake. The old man continued, "Gratitude is the key to happiness. Appreciate what you have, learn to enjoy it, and happiness will come naturally." After that meeting, the brothers felt lighter and returned home with a changed perspective. Roshan no longer saw his big house as a burden and started cherishing it. Sammy learned to appreciate each harvest, and Dami rediscovered his love for his wife. Their lives transformed. Instead of thinking about what they had lost, they began to enjoy what they had. Finally, they understood the secret to true happiness. Happiness is not found in material things, but in embracing each moment with gratitude. Remember, if we appreciate what we have, happiness will always be our companion. If you liked this story, give it a like and leave a nice comment. Thank you, and see you in the next story.